Good evening, friends. So, qualitative data analysis we are discussing, and the demand of qualitative data analysis is very high. So, I am getting projects on qualitative data analysis, and we are using different softwares. So, I will show you. I will also want to discuss that how these projects can be done in the softwares. So, today the topic is ethnography. Ethnography is one of the most popular area of qualitative data analysis. And if I explain in one word, ethnography is nothing. It is a culture, and we have different extensions of culture. So, if you want to understand the culture of people, culture of a community, then this study is known as ethnography. And this study, ethnography, like for example, if you want to study African culture, it is not possible to study African culture without going to Africa. So this is one of the important concept that the person, the researcher, must study in a natural setting. So you can see this word, there's a natural setting. The natural setting means you have to be the part of culture. Part means you must be there and you must live with the people or you must participate in their activities. So this is one of the important aspect. So ethnography is studying people, culture, behavior, everyday life, studying them in their natural setting. This is the important point. Another then researcher participant time with the participant. Observe their activities. What activities like how they celebrate their marriages, how they perform their rituals, how they celebrate different functions, birthday, right? So observe their activities. Without understanding these activities, it is very, very difficult to understand the culture. And you have to interact with them, collect contextual data. This contextual data also include images and different documents like their holy books and other related material. So if you want to study the culture, so you have to collect the data in different format, audio, video, images, and all. So different type of data is needed in ethnographic studies, and you have to understand that how people lives. Ethnography answer question like how do people actually behave in the real life? What do they do things the way they do in their culture? So it is conducted in real life, natural setting. We use participant observations, means you have to observe many things and you have to note down your observations, interviews, and field notes, note from the field, actual natural setting. Mm. So basically, the participant focus on culture, practice, routine, social interaction. Now, one simple question which may comes in your mind, that what is the requirement of doing cultural studies? There are many answers of it. Like for example, for tourism industry, there are many do and don'ts, right? So you can advise people that if you are visiting this culture, this country, these are the things you should not do, and these are the things you should do. So cultural studies help the travelers in visiting the culture, different cultures. Second, in business, if you want to do business, start a business in a different culture, Again, there are many do and don'ts. Like for example, the McDonald cannot sell beef in India. So they know that it is against the culture. But in all other countries, this is one of the product they are selling. So every business should know that what we can do in this culture and what we cannot do in this culture. Like for example, last week I was in Tamil Nadu and facing the net problem there. But I found one thing: Hindi is not allowed in Tamil Nadu. You cannot see even a single word of Hindi in marketplaces anywhere. You cannot see words in Hindi. Nobody speaks Hindi. They only speak Tamil, or some hardly 1% of the Tamil Nadu people they speak English. That's it. So if you are going to the market, right? For example, I'm visiting the market. So I know that I cannot ask anything in Hindi. It is a culture. So they don't like it. So these studies help you to understand that how these people behave when you do these things. So there are many do and don'ts we take care of. So that is actually ethnography. And in business, the culture is very sensitive. Examples. So these are some of the examples of ethnographic studies, and just you can start some kind of studies. Researchers spend one academic year in a government school observing classroom, staff meeting, student interaction to understand school culture and teaching practice. Mm. So, because every university is having a culture, academic is a academic is a separate culture. And after the ethnographic study, you have insight that how informational norms, peer relationship, and institutional rule impact the learning process. It is a ethnography because we are studying, in this case, we are studying the academic culture. A marketing researcher observe customer in shopping mall, retail stores to understand how they choose product, interact with sales staff, and respond to the different marketing promotions. So here we are understanding the consumer behavior beyond survey responses. So it is a kind of marketing culture or sales culture, you can say. A researcher join a call center as a training employee. So you can see a researcher join a call center as a trainee employee to study work pressure, communication style, coping strategy among employees. So you have to be the part of the culture. So in the all the three examples, one thing you can notice, then researcher spend 1 year, marketing researcher observe, a researcher join a call center. So it means the researcher is a part of the culture. So like a researcher lives in a travel village to study local tradition, festival, family structure, livelihood. Now there is a one area which is developing very fast that is called netnography. This word is becoming very popular nowadays. So it is a combination of digital and ethnography. So digital ethnography is known as netnography. And the examples, if I give some example, the culture of Instagram. Instagram is a culture, TikTok culture, Facebook, LinkedIn culture. So all these websites are having a culture. Like the way we behave in Facebook, the same way we cannot behave in the LinkedIn. And the posting we do in LinkedIn, we cannot do in the Instagram. So every website is having a culture. And we have to understand that what is the culture of this digital platform. So nowadays, I have seen many papers which is based on digital ethnography. And believe me, the publication potential of the new concept is very high. Nowadays, a new culture is also coming that is called AI culture. So how AI is changing the things in the companies, industry, academics. So AI is also influencing the learning process, the teaching process, the research process. So that is also a culture. So the Colin M. Thornwell lived with the Mbuti people for 3 years in order to write the classic ethnography, The Forest People. It is a very famous book, and the Forest People. To write this, the researcher spent 3 years with the people, tribal people. So I hope up to this you have the idea of the ethnography. These are some of the papers which can help you in understanding that how research is possible in ethnography. When the machine meet the expert. So it is a ethnography of the developing AI for hiring. So tourism, heritage, cultural performance. So developing a modality of heritage tourism, it is a culture. Digital ethnography, communicative forms on talk, how the people communicate with each other. So how the people communicate to the performer, how performer is communicating to the viewer. So communicative forms of TikTok. So that is a example of digital ethnography. Running ethnography, the engaging the culture and landscape of rural Japan. Similarly, ethnography of environmental governance or nation approach, constructing tales in the field, uncovering this is a field work. Police ethnography, because it is also a culture. So all these research papers, and as you can see that I take all these papers snapshot from the Google Scholar to just show you that ethnography could be one of the potential topic for research nowadays. And researchers are doing ethnography for their publication work, but companies are doing ethnography for their marketing purpose. So, because if you want to penetrate the market or expand the market, culture is a very, very important factor to study. So, the same company, when the company go to Punjab, they have a different strategy. When the same company go to Bengal, they adopted the same different strategy. So, culture-wise studies are also there. And when you go to Gujarat, it is a different strategy. So, for business, it is a regular process to understand the culture. Actually, there are many examples when the companies did the mistake in understanding the culture. So there are many examples like the cornflakes. So when the company offered the cornflakes in Punjab, they it was a bad hit, means failure. Because in Punjab, the breakfast means parathe, doodh, lassi. So they straight away rejected the cornflakes. So studying the culture is very important. Even the type of car. If you see in Punjab, the different type of car are sold. In other cities, the different cars are sold. The demand of car is even depends upon the culture. Okay. Now I'm going to explain that what are the different types of culture. So what is the differentiation in the different types? And the different type of cultures depends upon the way you are conducting the study. So, okay, actually, some slide. Okay. So the first type of ethnography, or that is called classical ethnography. It is a basic ethnographic study, and means you can start from the basic. So basic ethnography means it is a long-term field work. The key feature of this type of ethnography is that it is a long-term immersion, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. In years, researcher lives within the community, holistic understanding of the culture, norms, and practices, emphasis on participant observation and field notes. So, in this kind of ethnography, the researcher spend a very long period of time, minimum 1 year, with the place and observe all the things. So, These there are two examples, like a researcher lives for 1 year in a rural village to study local teaching practices. A researcher work and observe 18 months in a public hospital. So this is called classical ethnography. Now we have some different versions of it or some changes in it. So some, because nowadays people are not having time, so they want to do quick analysis. So that is called rapid ethnography. So rapid ethnography, as the name indicate, that it is a short term but very intensive field work. Like you have to spend uh, 10 days in a airport or 10 days in a hospital. So uh, it is short term but very intensive. Yeah. Clearly defined research process often used in applied organization settings. Combine observation, interview, and document. All these are things are same. Point number two, three, and four are normally same with all ethnography, but sometimes when the researcher want to conduct a quick study, quick means 15 days, 1 month maximum. So that is known as rapid ethnography. So I hope the point is clear. Rapid, because anyone who is doing PhD cannot spend 1 year or 2 year with the culture. So most of the PhD scholars are doing this thing. So rapid ethnography. Like for example, one of the law student I met. So she spent 1 month in the Supreme Court and watch the activities there. So it is a kind of rapid ethnography. Okay. Now the next is auto ethnography. Now the word auto ethnography is understood. What happens when people write their own experiences? So researcher own experience in primary data. So it is a kind of you are explaining the cultural with the help of your own experience. So that is called auto ethnography. I think is very clear, and actually it is done by most of the leaders, actors, the cricketers, players, right, or businessmen. Most of the businessmen, when they crosses the 60, 50, they start talking their experiences. So how they handled all the different scenarios. So that is known as auto ethnography. So I think this is clear. And now the that then is institutional ethnography. So institutional ethnography is again simple. It was developed by Dorothy Smith, and normally there are different type of institutions like MNC, the local business. So when you study specifically the institution, a specialized type of institution, within the institution, what is the organization structure, how the communication take place, how the recruitment and hiring take place, how the firing take place, promotion take place. So when you study the policies, the regulation, the structure of a organization, so this is called the institutional ethnography. So investigate how everyday activity is organized by the institution through rules, policies, texts, power relationship. So examine how institution influences the actual experience of individuals. So basically, you have to study their policies, forms, guideline, performance represent document, power, and hiring, firing, so any all these things. So they come in the uh, context of institutional ethnography. Last, the last type of ethnography, which is gaining a lot of popularity nowadays, is known as netnography, and this is digital ethnography. And today I'm telling you that I had a meeting with one of the businessmen. The problem he is facing is that how to communicate the customer. because the promoter is above 50 years of age, right? So he is facing the problem in communicating the customer. So I give a special training that how to use LinkedIn for communication, how to use YouTube for communication. So when you study the different digital platforms, and recently I came to know that somebody asked me that how what is your Google review? How is your Google review? Unfortunately, I have not developed a page on Google review, and it was very surprising that I came to know that I can show you there is a separate website, Google review. It is a separate website, and I did not know about this. This Google review is very, very popular in business, but in academics, it is almost zero. So, if you understood, if you understand and conduct a study that how to improve a Google review, it is example of ethnography. So, ethnography is one of the concept that we are have to do to improve our rating, visibility, and so I think the ethnography is important, the digital or online ethnography. So it is common in marketing, consumer research, and ethical sensitivity to privacy and consent. Observe interaction in forum, social media, and platform. So this is the example of ethnography, and you can think about writing a paper on this. And finally, one more that is called participant observation. Basically, like for example, if you have seen that in business there is a culture of intern. So most of the companies hire the interns. So they hire the interns and give them a task that so you are for 2 months or 1 month you are the part of the company, but you have to study that why what customer feels about the company. So you have to give some task to the interns. So interns actively participate while observing, right? Can be overt or covert. Overt or covert means they can be hidden and they can be clearly defined. Right. Sometimes what happens, you have heard about the covert operations when the police officer enter into the gang, spy type. So that is also a covert operation. So can be overt or covert. You may explain, or it may be visible that I am doing this study. It may not be visible that I am doing this study, but you are doing this study. So it can be overt or covert operation. Produces rich contextual data. Core method in more ethnographies. So this is one of the core method because you have to be part of the culture. So this is called immersive engagement, participant observation ethnography. So these are the different. Okay, one similar to this. This is actually the part of this only. This is called shadowing or go along observation. Similar to this. This is just like that you associate with the businessman or you associate with some person. You have to be you have to spend majority of the time with the like in medical science. In medical science, so there are some assistant doctor, and the this assistant doctor has to spend all the time with the main doctor. So watch the operation, be with the doctor, and also help. It is a kind of shadow. So a researcher is the shadow of another person, right? So a researcher follow participants during daily activities, capture real-time decision and practices, useful for studying work purpose and mobility, short term but highly detailed. So this is very, very common in medical science. And to some extent, if somebody is doing PhD and also helping the guide, although they are not doing for research purpose, but it is a kind of shadowing your guide. So all these are the examples of the ethnography studies. I find some research. I'm giving you some research ideas that I found on the basis of my observation. So, like today, gig workers, you can study ethnography on the gig workers, frontline healthcare rituals, retail investors, and the hospitals. So these are some of the examples. Private and public universities, difference in the culture. So these are the different ideas that you can do for ethnography. So today we have discussed the different type of ethnography, and we are left with some more the qualitative data analysis methods like so natural language processing is also left. Now I'm going to show you that max QDA, how to proceed with max QDA, and I'm going to show you with one example. So when you open the max QDA, this page will open, and I'm going to continue with the file. Okay. So in this file, I am going to import one file, and then I will explain you the concept of coding and memos. So first of all, I go to the import the data. So these are the different interviews. I am opening one interview, and if I click on it, so you can see that this is the page, and I'm going to work on two files. One is economic objective. So it is actually challenges I face in the entrepreneur face in achieving economic objective, and second is challenges faced in achieving social objective. So first of all, we have to select this, and economic challenges you can drag and drop. So I define that this paragraph is talking about economic challenges. Now in economic challenges, so one is the funding access. So this is the financial constraint. You know that this is the coding and market competitiveness. Now, some confusion may come that this marketing competitiveness should come in other part also. So sometimes we want to make a notes. So that is known as memo. So sometimes we have to make a notes. Like for example, if here I want to make a note, so that note is called memo. If you see this option, the memos, so different kind of memos we can make. If I make the memos in this page, this memo is known as in document memo. So let's create two or three in document memo. So just right click, insert memo for selection, and memo will open. Now, these are the, you can say it is a metadata, data about the data, right? So I can make the notes that market Competitive competitiveness can be the part of the economic as well as the social challenges. So, if you have some doubt, then you can create this kind of notes, right? And once you define the memo, now you can see that there are different type of options you have. This is mark, question mark, T, L, M, RQ. So you have to define that which kind of memo it is. If you go to the type, so you can say that this is the memo related with the theory. This is the memo with its literature, related to the literature, or this memo may be related to some model or methodology, right? This memo is about research questions. So you can give some name, or these are your choices that this memo is about this. Like, for example, if I say this memo is about my economic challenges, so you have to define it. Now, this memo, I click on this part, right? Or you can click on this. So when this M appears, it appears in the, like, for example, if I click on it, so you can see that this is a M, means methodology related note. So in qualitative data analysis, there are many things which you want to note, but where to make the note, that is a problem. So we can create this kind of notes, and you can see that this there is an option. This is the option. If you click on this option, the memos are not visible, and if you click on it, the memos are visible. So you can arrange this page in this way that you can also read the memo. So, but I'm not doing this now. First, create two or three memos, and then I will show you that how we can manage it. For example, this stakeholder conflict and sustain engagement. So this is a part of social challenge. Let's define it. Limited access to capital. Yeah. So again, I have a problem here. So because it is a part of economic challenge, but limited capital is also related to the social. So I assign social to it. Also, I attach a memo. So memo page will open, and I'm saying that the that is क्या था fund capital. Capital limitation is also found as a social constraints, because it was a economic constraint also, and it was a social constraint also. So we can write this note, and I can define a separate that is a red. Let's say this is for social challenges. So all the memos where this sign is visible, it is assumed that it is social challenges memo, means the notes related to social challenge. So you can see that this icon comes here. And if you want to see this, you can study the memo here. So this is called creating the memo, categorizing the memo, and arranging the memo. So similarly, I am creating just one more. So limited access to capital skill personnel. Yeah, this is a social challenge. Just drag and drop. Weak policy, stakeholder conflict, trust building barriers, impact measurement. Impact measurement. Yeah. So here I have an idea that impact measurement can be treated as a sub theme. So I created a memo that impact measurement can be defined as a sub theme if similar answer or similar word I got in other interviews. And this is a social challenge memo. Cross it. So actually, because I'm going to analyze other interviews, so I keep a note. So I created three memos. These three memos are known as in document memos. And you can see here these memos here. Now, after that, we can create memos in the document also. Like, for example, in second interview or the fourth interview, if I click on this, create memo. Okay. So I just write that this inter or this person, this interview was conducted on telephone, and I have the recording, basically information about the interviews. So this is the memo about the document. So you can put this mark here and cross it. So you can see that this memo is also created here. So if after some time when you open this page and you click on this, right, so you can identify that what is the memo. If you double click on it, it will open. So you can see that what note I put in the last time. Similarly, third interview, I can right click memo, and so this or this entrepreneur just started the business and may not have the detailed information. So, whatever be your feeling, and you can put this question mark, cross it. So, this is a question mark, doubt, and associated with this document. So, these two memo are known as the document memo. Similarly, the third type of memo we can create is with the code memo. Code. So, for example, market constraint, economic challenge. So I can create a memo here. Now, the market uh, market penetration is economic challenges, but the market and potential or access is a social challenge. So this is the about the code, and it is a research question. Could be you can put in the research question or put in the literature. So literature and cross it. So this is a code memo. Similarly, I can create So one memo here, and if you click on it, so cost issue is one of the important keyword. So you can write your notes. Actually, I'm writing only one line, but you can write many lines here. So, and you can say it is a research question. So I have shown you that how to create the memos in the document, and there are three type of memos we created. Similarly, if I want to make a note that is not related to my document, not related to my code, and not related to my in documents. So there is a fourth memo. So if you click on the memo, and you can see that new free memo. If you click on this, so free memo means free matlab it is not the part of any category. It is entirely free. So you can write that the last date to submit the paper is 31st March. So these are the general notes which you can make, and or you can copy and paste from somewhere else. So this information is the information which is a general information, right? So you can create these free memos also. So this is free memo one. After, if you create another one, it will come free memo two. So you can just type the notes, free memo two. Similarly, you can create three, four, five. And now I'm clicking on the all memos. So here you can see the list of all memos which you can create it in the file. So finally, I want to see that what notes I put in the document. So free memo, this is free memo, free memo, free memo, right? And if you click on this, you can see the notes. Click on this, you can see the notes. Click on this, see the notes, 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 notes. So memo is one of the fantastic feature of the Max QDA. If you are doing a very long project, so these kind of memos are very helpful in reminding all the important points, and you can make different observations. So whatever comes in your mind while doing the work, so these memo remind each and everything. So there is no need to write all the notes anywhere else. The You can manage your memos very smartly. So in this session, I show how to manage the memos and how to create the memos. The memos play a very important role in developing the project. And the another benefit is that if somebody else open this file and see the notes, so he can understood the meaning or you want to convey to the another person. So that is the another benefit. So you can say that we have created free memos. If you click on free memos, the free memos will come. And if you click on in document memos, the in document memos comes in another page. And if you click on document memos, so the document memos comes open in another page. And all memos, you can open all memos in one page. So this is the way we can manage the memos in our document file. So I hope that that is clear, that how to use the memos. And so you have to do some practice on creating the memos. And so today I'm closing it. I hope I explained each and everything in the memos. and how to manage it, how to create it, and edit. One thing is edit. So edit is very simple. You click on any memos, and you can change all the words. If you want to change it, you can change it. That is not a problem. So edit is also possible. So now give me a minute. So slowly and slowly, we are doing different exercises, and after at the end of the workshop, you will understand almost every important part of the Max QDA. So I hope up to today you are clear of the process about making the codes and making the memos in the MaxPDA file. So now if you have any query, so you can unmute and can ask.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
How do we copy YouTube videos and comments on that particular video and analyze that?
Okay. Copy नहीं करते इसमें हम. Actually, we have to import. So there are two options. Number one, let me show you. I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
the way I'm doing, right?
Okay.
So in this case, when you go to the import, right? So in this case, you have the option of YouTube data, right?
तो सर वो किया था बट वो उसमें सिर्फ वो डेट जो यूट्यूब का वीडियो है उस वीडियो को टाइमलाइन के साथ में वो डिस्प्ले कर रहा है बट वो जो नीचे कमेंट्स है उसको नहीं लिया था मैंने अभी करके देखा था एक बार।
मैं बताता हूँ इसमें. जब आप YouTube डेटा पे क्लिक करोगे ना, आपको
हम्म।
यहाँ पर YouTube का जो लिंक है वो आप दे दोगे इसको.
जी सर।
लेकिन but in this process, the only the comment will be downloaded, not video, right? And if you want to download the video, it is very easy actually. I mean, I'm showing you. So the way I'm doing it, so I go to the YouTube, and suppose I want to download some video. There are many free downloaders available in the internet. Like for example, so whatever, let me search the qualitative data analysis, and right. So if I go with any tool, any video, you can go to the share, and this is the copy. You can see the link, right? You can
हम्म।
click on copy. One option is
ओके।
that you can download the video and import the video from the import option, right? Normally, I perform in that way. If I down YouTube, I just downloader. So free YouTube download. There are so many apps available now, and you just paste and download. So once you download the video, after downloading the video, go to the import, and you can see the option videos. And once the interview is downloaded, so you can download the video, import the video from here. Let me actually downloading may yeah, this is the video, right? So if you click on the video, the Shift software download the video very easily. I'm not going to transcribe because I have limited time for transcribing. And so now the video is So this is the video,
Uh,
and if you click on the video, so after just the video downloading, you can see the video here. And if you click on the transcribe, you can also convert the video into the text. So this is the way you can download the video.
Okay, sir.
Click clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Because actually we are working on the free key, so the transcription time is limited. That is the problem. Otherwise, if you buy full version, so they will provide you some transcription time and you can transcribe the video and convert it into a text. So once you converted the video into text, you can apply all the qualitative data analysis on that. Any other query?
सर आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन।
प्रियंका बोलो।
सर हम एसएलआर भी क्वेश्चन क्या रादर एक क्वेश्चन था कुछ कि एसएलआर भी करेंगे क्या हम इस वर्कशॉप में या कैसे करते हैं आप हमें वो बता देंगे क्या?
Okay, done. SLR is a entirely separate thing,
हम्म।
and but we I can show you that how SLR can be done. But we have some better softwares as compared to MaxQuota. Frankly speaking, because if you read the whole research paper, it will take a lot of time. So we have some best tools for doing the SLR. I will show you that how we can do the SLR with the help of other tools.
So approximately which sessions, sir? Then I will ask that in that session only.
देखो अभी ना हमारे सेशन तो बहुत बचे हुए हैं, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि इंटरनेट प्रॉब्लम आ रही है मेरे को। आई my training programs are going on, so if I go to some place and if I don't found the internet, that is the problem I'm facing. At least 7-8 session are remaining.
अच्छा ओके ठीक
Hmm.
ठीक है सर सो मे
because
बी फोर
because
फाइव सेशंस
Yeah, because
के
one
बाद।
session, अभी तो दो से अभी one session is complete on narratives and field study, right? Content analysis. One entire session is on the natural language processing. The one entire session on natural language processing on data. So many sessions are remaining. Then I will show you one Alize software. One session I will show you one other AI tools, that how we can extend the qualitative data analysis with other different tools.
ठीक है सर सो इन एआई वाले सेशंस में आप एसएलआर भी बता देंगे।
देखो मैक्सक्यूटा में क्या दिक्कत है? वन सिंपल प्रॉब्लम इन मैक्सक्यूटा, you have to read the
हाँ
entire
यस
document.
सर।
So
हम्म
if you are doing on large documents, like for example, if you have 40, 30 papers, you cannot code all the documents like this, right?
यस
This is
सर।
the basic
हम्म
problem. So
हम्म
MaxQda is applicable on the small interview transcript. That is good. But if you want to do the SLR or these kind of things, so there are better softwares available for that.
ओके ठीक है सर सो आई विल वेट टिल यू डिस्कस
Yeah,
इन
but
सम
definitely,
सेशन।
you know that I always try to give my maximum,
यस
so that
सर
is not a problem.
ठीक है सर थैंक यू।
Yeah. Okay. Any other query?
सर मेरी एक क्वेरी है बट मैं सबसे लास्ट में पूछूंगा सर।
नहीं पूछ लो, अब लास्ट ही है, मतलब और कोई नहीं आ रहा है query.
अच्छा
हम्म
सर मुझे फिर अपनी सर वो आज के सेशन से रिलेटेड नहीं है,
हम्म
स्मार्ट पीएलएस से रिलेटेड है सर।
ठीक है, बताओ.
सर
Okay, so
स्क्रीन
अभी let me ask if any qualitative queries there. मैं रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दूंगा फिर मैं ना. Yeah.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
Yeah,
सर
Jasveer. Yeah.
हाँ सर, थीमेटिक एनालिसिस करना है जैसे सर इंडक्टिव और जो भी आपने जैसे इंटरव्यू फॉर्म में दे रखे हैं सर, ये जो भी कोडिंग करना है, तो
हम्म।
उसमें रिसर्च पेपर से कैसे कोडिंग करेंगे सर?
पेपर से पेपर से देखो, कोडिंग तो वैसे ही करते हैं जैसे हम पेपर अभी कर रहे हैं। लेकिन पेपर में क्या है, रिसर्च पेपर में बहुत बड़ा पेपर होता है। नो, सपोज 8,000 वर्ड है एक पेपर में, है ना?
यस।
तो 8,000 वर्ड में आप मैनुअल कोडिंग तो कर ही नहीं सकते।
यस सर।
तो ये जो आपका मैक्स क्यूडा है, जैसे आप कोडिंग कर रहे हो, तो मैनुअल कोडिंग तो इंटरव्यू ट्रांसक्रिप्ट में हो जाएगा, राइट? So manual process is easy for interview transcript where you have one page interview, two page interview, that's fine. But when you are dealing with the research papers or the reports, then you have to do AI coding,
यस सर।
right? AI coding you can do in any software. So even MaxQuda is doing some AI coding, but we have another good substitute of that. So where the AI coding is perfectly fine. I'm showing you all different kind of softwares where the AI thematic analysis can be done.
ओके सर, तो उसके लिए सर कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है जिसको पेपर को उसमें वो करना पड़ता है सर, अपलोड, इंपोर्ट?
हाँ, है सॉफ्टवेयर कुछ, लेकिन वो थोड़ा लंबा प्रोसेस है, तो मैं आपको अभी नहीं दिखा सकता, बट आई विल कवर इन एंटायर सेशन।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
बट आई नोटेड योर
Good
पॉइंट
evening,
दैट
sir.
हाउ टू डू SLR फ्रॉम द रिसर्च
Hello.
पेपर्स। हाँ, या मेघना, या प्लीज प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
Yes, good evening, sir. I have one doubt. Sir,
हम्म।
today I was practicing on the Max CUDA. Sir,
हम्म।
there was one problem regarding the importing of audio and video files.
हाँ,
सर उसमें वो प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी कि वो ट्रांसक्रिप्ट लिमिटेड, देयर इज लिमिटेड
वो
टाइम
एक्चुअली
टू
हम लोग
ट्रांसक्रिप्ट.
फ्री वर्जन यूज कर रहे हैं ना, तो उसमें टाइम लिमिटेड ही होगा। उसमें 1 घंटे का टाइम मिलता है।
1 घंटे
तो
का टाइम सर. ओके, वीडियो बड़ी
हाँ,
होएगी, 1 घंटे से ज्यादा
हाँ,
होएगी.
तो उसमें ना 1 घंटे से ज्यादा आप ट्रांसक्राइब नहीं कर सकते। तो आप ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के लिए कोई और वीडियो यूज कर लो। तो इसमें आपको 1 घंटा फ्री मिलता है, 1 घंटे के बाद तो फिर वो पेड हो जाता है फिर।
ओके ओके. एंड सर जो हम थीम्स क्रिएट करते हैं कोड के बाद, जब हम थीम्स क्रिएट करते हैं ना, तो वो
हाँ,
कैसे हम बनाते हैं? वो अपने आप
वो
ही
अपने,
सर वो
हाँ,
हैंडल.
वो दैट इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू डेवलप द थीम। देयर इज नो फार्मूला फॉर डेवलपिंग द थीम। थीम इज एक्चुअली a broad category under which many categories comes. So themes we have to develop on our own with our understanding.
ओके ओके सर. सर आप ये जैसे अभी लेक्चर में बता रहे थे, कम्युनिकेशन हम करते हैं थ्रू लिंक्डइन और
हाँ,
थ्रू सोशल मीडिया, तो सर इसका भी थोड़ा आप गाइडेंस दे दें प्लीज. वर्कशॉप में एक सेशन इसका भी रख सकते हैं.
असल में मैं बताऊं कि आज
कैसे
की
हम
डेट में
इसको.
ना कोई भी बिजनेस बिना सोशल मीडिया के आप कर ही नहीं सकते। It is not
जी.
possible. So actually, I'm also learning that how to use Facebook, how to use LinkedIn, how to use Instagram, how to use YouTube in marketing my services. So it is one of the must skill set that everybody should have.
यस. यस सर. तो
हाँ, लेकिन
सर तभी ये आप थोड़ा दे दीजिए कि कैसे डिफरेंट मीडियाज हम यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर डेटा कलेक्शन लाइक लिंक्डइन और इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक. थोड़ा सर इस पे भी सेशन लगा दीजिए.
चलो, ये अच्छा आइडिया है, गुड आइडिया।
सर आप कोई वर्कशॉप लगाएंगे ऑन क्वांटिटेटिव डाटा आल्सो उसमें?
क्वांटिटेटिव के तो वर्कशॉप हमारी चलती रहती है, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट। आप जैसे क्वांटिटेटिव में क्या, बिकॉज इन क्वांटिटेटिव देर आर मेनी एरियाज लाइक SPSS, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, पैनल डेटा, टाइम सीरीज, PS स्मार्ट PLS, व्हाट एक्चुअली यू आर लुकिंग फॉर?
डिटेल में तो आई डोंट नो. बेसिक फॉर द रिसर्च, लाइक आई बिलोंग टू द लॉ.
बेसिक में ना, आई सजेस्ट यू दैट दी अभी हमने ना एक वर्कशॉप किया था SPSS एंड AI के ऊपर। सो दैट वाज वेरी वेरी फैंटास्टिक वर्कशॉप फॉर कवरिंग ऑल बेसिक एस्पेक्ट।
जी सर, एक मेन SPSS सीखना है, एक पाइथन आई वांटेड टू लर्न।
पाइथन?
जी सर।
पाइथन मत, ये पाइथन का एआई आ गया है, यू नो नीड टू लर्न पाइथन।
ओके सर, you can work.
पाइथन इज नॉट needed now. Python is gone case.
ओके सर, आप कोई वर्कशॉप रखेंगे कि हम SPSS और मतलब whatever is needed for the quantitative research, like
Yeah.
even I
So
don't know
last month
what
I
means.
conducted the entire statistic workshop with AI, how to do the quantitative and data analysis with AI. So I conducted that workshop.
जी सर, ये अगर जब ये वर्कशॉप कंक्लूड हो जाएगी उसके बाद प्लीज इफ यू मे स्टार्ट
Yeah, yeah, sure.
quantitative data from start, because I don't know what p value means, what it stands for, how to
Okay,
compare. So it will
got
be
it.
very helpful if you can.
Um, I suggest you to see some of the videos in my YouTube channel.
Okay sir.
So all these things are available in very detailed videos.
Okay sir.
सर जैसे हम ये क्वालिटेटिव के ऊपर कर रहे हैं वर्कशॉप,
हाँ,
तो इसमें जो है पीएचडी का पूरा थीसिस भी क्वालिटेटिव के ऊपर हो सकता है, या उसमें
हो
क्वांटिटेटिव
सकता है।
भी यूज करना होता
नहीं, अब तो हो
है?
सकता है, अब आप क्वालिटेटिव पे पूरा थीसिस कर सकते हैं। Nowadays, qualitative data analysis is growing very fast.
सर आप एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं इसमें, जैसे कोई क्वेश्चनियर वगैरह डिजाइन कर सकते हैं
नहीं,
स्टैंडर्डाइज, या
इंटरव्यू
और
इंटरव्यू
क्या?
इंटरव्यू इंटरव्यू
इंटरव्यू। सर एक क्वेश्चनियर भी तो डेवलप होता है ना, जो स्टैंडर्डाइज क्वेश्चनियर होता है, वो
होता है,
भी इसमें
लेकिन
हम
लेकिन क्वेश्चनर अगर आपका है, वो सर्वे है, तो उसमें ना आप कंबाइन कर सकते हो, मिक्स मेथड कर सकते हो। मिक्स मेथड मतलब यू कैन मिक्स क्वालिटेटिव एंड क्वांटिटेटिव बोथ।
ओके, अदरवाइज क्वालिटेटिव अगर करना है तो इंटरव्यूज का कर सकते हैं,
इंटरव्यू कर
प्योरली
सकते हो,
क्वालिटेटिव।
इंटरव्यू कर सकते हो, न्यूज कर सकते हो, आर्टिकल पे कर सकते हो, रिसर्च पेपर पे कर सकते हो, रिपोर्ट्स पे कर सकते हो। So there are a lot of scope of doing the. I have done many. I have guided many PhDs purely based on qualitative.
सर वो अगर हमने थीसिस देखना हो तो वो शोध गंगा पे अवेलेबल होंगे, जो आप थीसिस आपने करवाए हैं?
होने तो चाहिए, हाँ,
जी जी जी।
बिल्कुल होंगे।
सर कैन आई शेयर माई स्क्रीन?
हाँ, शेयर कर दो।
सर इज माई स्क्रीन विजिबल?
Going to be visible. It's going to open. हाँ, या ठीक है।
सर ये आपने जो पीछे सर क्लास अटेंड करी थी, तो उसमें ना आपने जो एसपीएसएस फाइल शेयर की थी, मैंने उसी को ही एग्जीक्यूट किया है। तब
ठीक है,
आपकी जो वैल्यूज आ रही थी, पाथ कोफिशिएंट विथ एंड पी वैल्यूज, वो आ रही थी
हाँ,
0.789, 0.89 समथिंग लाइक दैट। बट
ठीक
इसमें
है।
सब 1 1 क्यों आ रहा है सर?
आपने ना वो अनस्टैंडर्डाइज पे क्लिक कर दिया है।
अनस्टैंडर्डाइज, तो अब क्या करना पड़ेगा सर?
इसको पीछे जाओ, एडिट पे, कैलकुलेट पे जाओ, कैलकुलेट, क्लिक ऑन कैलकुलेट,
कैलकुलेट।
बूटस्ट्रैपिंग। हाँ, इसमें अभी एक पेज विंडो खुली कोई?
अभी ओपन होगा सर, अब हुआ।
और मुझे नहीं दिख रही है वो अपने हाँ, हो गई हो गई। पीएलए सेटअप पे जाओ।
जी।
इसको स्टैंडर्डाइज पे ऑलरेडी है ये। अब इसको स्टार्ट कैलकुलेशन करो। अब आपके पास वो दिक्कत नहीं आएगी। क्यों? क्योंकि पहले जब
सर
आपने रन किया होगा
लेकिन
ना, ये अनस्टैंडर्डाइज पे कर रन आपने रन किया था, ये अब ये ठीक आएगा सारा।
ये तो सर स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड ही था सर, पहले
नहीं,
भी सर।
स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं था ये, वन वाला स्टैंडर्डाइज नहीं होता, ये अनस्टैंडर्डाइज होता है। अब आप चेक करोगे ना वैल्यू,
ओके।
अब आपकी 0.7878 वाली यही आएंगी आपके, देखना आप, देखो लो। हम्म।
सर आप कोई वर्कशॉप्स लगाते हैं, प्लीज ग्रुप में शेयर कर दिया करें।
हाँ, हाँ,
तो
बिल्कुल।
अभी भी सर सेम ही आ रही है शायद।
तो इसका मतलब आपके डेटा में प्रॉब्लम है फिर।
वो सेम ही फाइल है सर।
path coefficient and p values.
और मैंने सर खुद एक अपना डाटा भी लिया था सर, जो एसपीएसएस में तो ठीक मतलब उसमें दिखा रहा है 0.78 समथिंग रेंज का, और जब मैंने यहाँ पर ऑपरेट किया तो अगेन
हम्म,
वही सेम 1111 करके ही दिखा रहा है सर।
ऐसा
फिर
क्यों
मैं
हो रहा
कहाँ,
है?
सर वर्जन से तो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा ना, क्योंकि मैंने लेटेस्ट अपडेट किया है।
नहीं, ये फटना तो नहीं चाहिए। एक बार थोड़ा सा नीचे जाना, ग्राफिक नीचे हाँ, इसको स्क्रॉल डाउन करो। ऊपर ऊपर नीचे नीचे ग्राफिकल इनपुट के नीचे जो लिखा हुआ है, हाँ, इसमें ऐसा कोई ऑप्शन तो नहीं है कोई स्टैंडर्डाइज अनस्टैंडर्डाइज का?
नहीं सर, इसमें तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है सर।
एक बार एडिट पे जाओ दोबारा।
कैलकुलेट,
कैलकुलेट, हाँ।
बूटस्ट्रैपिंग,
नहीं, बोर्ड से भी नहीं, कंसिस्टेंट पीएलएस।
कंसिस्टेंट पीएलएस,
नीचे 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 नीचे।
ये
हाँ
वाला सर।
हाँ। स्टैंडर्डाइज डिफॉल्ट। अब स्टार्ट कैलकुलेशन करना। तुमने इसमें पता है कि गड़बड़ क्या कर रखी है?
क्या सर?
कुछ फॉर्मेटिव भी बना रखा है तुमने इसमें।
सर वो अगर मैं फॉर्मेटिव नहीं करता हूँ ना सर, जैसे
हम्म,
अब आपको दिखा देता हूँ, तो भी सर यही सेम आ रहा है सर।
अभी नहीं होगा ये पीछे। एक बार इस पे आउटर लोडिंग पे जाना एक बार।
आउटर लोडिंग,
हाँ, क्लिक कर दो आउटर
ओके।
लोडिंग पे।
अब
ऊपर 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 ऊपर, फाइनल रिजल्ट के नीचे।
सॉरी सर, एक मिनट।
हाँ, नहीं नहीं, ऊपर जाओ ऊपर।
हाँ,
आउटर लोडिंग, हाँ,
आउटर
यहाँ पे।
लोडिंग।
हाँ, नहीं वो गड़बड़ है, कुछ डेटा में गड़बड़ है, कुछ कुछ गड़बड़ है डेटा में, नहीं तो यहाँ पे वन नहीं आ सकता कभी भी।
अच्छा, ओके।
इस मॉडल को ना एक बार दोबारा बना के कराओ, तो मैं बनाने में कुछ गड़बड़ करी है।
ओके, बट सर मैंने अपना भी अब आपको दिखाता हूँ सर, ये मॉडल मैंने बनाया है अपना खुद का। अ,
हम्म,
मैंने अभी क्लिक इस पे किया, अभी ओपन हो जाएगा ये वाला। इसमें भी सर वही सेम प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, अगर मैं बूट स्ट्रैपिंग पे क्लिक करता हूँ ना, तो वही सेम 1111 करके आ रहा है। ये तो बहुत सिंपल सा वो थीम था सर।
हाँ, वो कहीं ना कहीं कुछ प्रॉब्लम तो है तुम्हारे। ये सॉफ्ट लैपटॉप पे सॉफ्टवेयर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है। इसको थोड़ा पकड़ना मुश्किल है कि कैसे इसको। आप एक काम करना,
मैं
एक्सपोर्ट
मैं
करके
कुछ,
मेरे को भेजना।
ठीक है सर।
प्रोजेक्ट एक्सपोर्ट करके भेजना। मैं इसको चला के देखता हूँ मैं क्या दिक्कत है।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, मैं दोनों ही शेयर कर दूंगा। अब जैसे इसमें भी पाथ कोफिशिएंट और पी वैल्यू सर में देखेंगे सर, 11 ही आ रहा है सब में।
नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम है, मतलब कहीं ना कहीं सेटिंग में कोई दिक्कत है इसमें।
ठीक है सर, मैं शेयर आपसे कर लूंगा सर।
हाँ, ठीक है।
सर एक चीज पूछनी थी आपसे कि मान लीजिए कि